Well, word up, everybody. How you doing today? Welcome back to Jedi Granville Productions. I am Jedi Granville, and this is a very special topic because this is another segment of Special Delivery Day, and I have something unusual. Usually, I have whatever like books or memorabilia or whatever, something like that. But today I am going to be doing something off the cuff, as the saying goes. I am going to be trying a new dish from overseas, from my brothers like Kevin and Daniel, British English individuals. They are very proper and all that. And I'm going to be trying what is known as fritos, or basically mince pies. And these are exactly what they are. They are actual pies that are sealed up in cans or some kind of steel, some kind of metal, and shipped over. And I just happened to get this by get this because Kevin had mentioned it, and me and him and Anthony were discussing it, and he just happened to bring this up. And I said to myself, "It's like, huh, that's kind of because." The closest I've had it, or at least something that's similar to it, was when me and Kevin were in San Diego recently. We went to the Coronado or Coronado Island, basically, and there was a place there. It was supposedly a real so-called English pub type restaurant, but in anything in America doesn't necessarily translate as the actual place that the so-called, well, you could say the actual, you know, inbred. I mean, what's the word I'm trying to say? The actual authentic viewpoint of what a something is coming from certain countries. So that's the one of the things that came in. I mean, this is one of them, but it came in two. And I'm about to taste this right before you because it's something of a different kind of thing for me. And I've never tried this. And I'm hoping that I won't be disappointed, which I don't think I will. But this one is a minced beef and onion pie. So without further ado, I'm about to test this right in front of your eyes. And hopefully, what you see is my result of my actual, you know, my authentic opinion about this. And I crushed into it, and it's dipping in there. Okay, moment of truth. Here we go. Okay. Huh. Now I can already tell, and this is something that Kevin gracefully told me and another person when we went out to dinner when we were in Chicago 2 years ago. I know it's a big difference in this. Hmm. And honestly, I can see why. Yeah. Hmm. Yes, you haven't occurred to you. I'm actually enjoying this, but one of the things I've noticed extremely, if I'm not mistaken, it should be content on here. This is something that Kevin has brought to my attention. And one of the things is, yes, the cooking of their cuisines, their dishes over there, does not contain a whole lot of sodium. Something that he actually told me and a certain someone that that's something that they don't use a whole lot of, which is a lot of salt. And this does not have a lot of salt. Mm. This is why I know this is authentic British cuisine because he mentioned that when we ate out, he ordered some wings, and he said that was way too much sodium in it. Now, me and the other guy, well, I'm just gonna say his name, Sci-Fi. He mentioned that it. He mentioned both to me and him that we could taste. There's a lot of sodium in there, but what it turns out is that me and Sci-Fi, the sodium we tasted or the salt we tasted was low considering, which makes me wonder. This is the problem with the food in the states. We use too much salt for our dishes, which is probably why it's a lot of high blood pressure in this country. I don't really hear too much in other countries. I don't think they use a lot of salt either. But besides the controversy of that, this is mm, this is rather good. I don't have a lot of salt in it. Wash it down. Just give it an ambiance, clear my throat. Actually, when I first tasted it, I was just like, I mean, I don't taste the salt, but then I realized that's not what you're supposed to be tasting. You're supposed to be tasting the flavor of what this is. And what I've noticed too is that the texture of the pastry very good, and the meat itself, the filling, no, not a lot of salt. In fact, very minimum. It's not bland, thank goodness. Now, is it personally bad? No. Would I do this again? Yes, because hmm, this is a decent kind of pie. But maybe because it's from another land, it's from another country. And this is my first time actually trying actual European cuisine. Because this was shipped from England itself. What part of England, I don't know. Mm. I'm going to try to finish. No, I ain't going to try. I'm going to finish because this is a small tin. And it's, yeah. Mm. Mm. This is good. That, or of course, I'm probably hungry. But on the flip side, This is good. And you know, probably better than some cuisines out there, American style. And the reason why I say that because you don't have this. There's not a lot of sodium in it, and Kevin Lambert would attest to that. I'm pretty sure Daniel Miller would too. And speaking of Daniel Miller, I don't know what the hell was wrong with my mind yesterday. I couldn't say his name to save my life. I'm like, what is wrong with me? It's Alzheimer's disease setting in really quick. Am I getting some mental disability hitting me real quick? I don't know. But the mm, the upshot of this is that this is very good. And I would tell anyone if they choose to try it yourself. I mean, something different. Not everything has to be American. And by that means actually coming from the culture that it's been made at. Mm. Mm. Okay. Well, there it is. It's done. I've eaten it. And the conclusion, I enjoyed that. Tasting something that isn't drenched in a lot of salt. I think that is the problem with this country. Now that I've sampled actual English cuisine, yes, makes me double think about a lot of things with the so-called sodium content of this country, which I already knew. But I've been dieting without a lot of eating with a lot of salt, but at the same time, yeah, it makes me question some things about that. But now that I have tried it, I can honestly say, yes, that was very decent. It's very good. So I can say no more about it. And you see me eat the whole thing. So there you go. My fulfillment of what I set out to do is done. So without further ado, I thank you for enjoying this little outing of something special. This is the first time I've eaten something overseas. And hey, I can't complain. It actually filled me up. So, hey, and it's funny. It's like these things were pretty heavy, and you get much in there. So, and I would tell anyone if you get something like this, follow the directions completely because otherwise you will destroy the flavor of this. So, but hey, that's about it. I got nothing else to say, and for right now, I got something coming up this tonight because I'm going to be setting. I'm going to be uploading this soon. But I got something coming up later tonight where I'm going to be joining Olvin and DJ Anubis talking about The Living Daylights and another Bond film. It's not bad, but I mean it's not my favorite film, but it's got its good points where it's needed. But without that, all that being said, I thank you all for joining me and taking a quick opinion on mine, what I feel about this, and as I say, it's done. So I'll let that go. And as I always close out, y'all take care, y'all be patient, and always just keep anything in your life alive. That's good. Y'all take care now. Peace out.